Scene 1. Early morning silence filled the towering glass office building downtown. Scene 2. A cleaning lady quietly pushed her cart through polished marble halls. Scene 3. She wore simple clothes, her face calm yet carrying hidden authority. Scene 4. Employees barely noticed her as she wiped desks and emptied bins. Scene 5. 5 young executives gathered, laughing loudly inside the boardroom nearby. Scene 6. Their expensive suits contrasted sharply with her modest uniform and demeanor. Scene 7. One glanced outside, spotting her cleaning near their glass-walled room. Scene 8. He smirked, nudging others to look at the invisible worker. Scene 9. They began whispering jokes, mocking her presence without any hesitation. Scene 10. She heard everything, but continued wiping the floor with steady patience. Scene 11. Another executive mimicked her posture, causing louder laughter among the group. Scene 12. The woman paused briefly, her eyes reflecting something deeper than hurt. Scene 13. Still, she resumed cleaning, ignoring their careless and disrespectful behavior. Scene 14. Moments later, the CEO entered, greeting everyone with confident authority. Scene 15. The young men straightened, hiding their laughter behind professional expressions. Scene 16. The meeting began, focused on profits, expansion, and upcoming company restructuring. Scene 17. Charts displayed growth, yet underlying tension lingered beneath polished presentations. Scene 18. The cleaning lady slowly entered, pushing her cart into the boardroom. Scene 19. Executives exchanged glances, clearly annoyed by her poor timing presence. Scene 20. One whispered sarcastically, "Perfect moment for housekeeping entertainment, right?" Scene 21. Soft laughter echoed again, unnoticed by the CEO reviewing documents. Scene 22. The woman quietly cleaned near the head of the long table. Scene 23. The CEO barely looked up, assuming she was just another employee. Scene 24. One executive loudly joked about her career ambition in cleaning services. Scene 25. The room erupted again, their arrogance growing with every passing second. Scene 26. She finally stopped, placing the cleaning cloth neatly on the table. Scene 27. Silence slowly replaced laughter as her calm presence shifted the atmosphere. Scene 28. She walked confidently toward the head seat where the CEO stood. Scene 29. Executives looked confused, some slightly irritated by her bold movement forward. Scene 30. The CEO raised an eyebrow, clearly surprised by her unexpected approach. Scene 31. She spoke gently, yet her voice carried unmistakable authority and control. Scene 32. Good morning, everyone. I believe this meeting concerns my company. Scene 33. The room froze instantly, confusion spreading across every executive's face. Scene 34. One laughed nervously, thinking it must be some strange joke. Scene 35. The CEO frowned, unsure whether to be amused or offended instead. Scene 36. She reached into her pocket, pulling out a sleek identification badge. Scene 37. She placed it on the table, revealing her name and position clearly. Scene 38. The title read, Founder and Majority Shareholder of the Corporation. Scene 39. Shock spread rapidly as whispers replaced earlier arrogance in the room. Scene 40. The 5 young men exchanged panicked looks, realizing their huge mistake. Scene 41. The CEO stepped back slightly, his confidence beginning to crumble visibly. Scene 42. She calmly took the head seat, commanding attention without raising her voice. Scene 43. I've been observing this company closely for several months now. Scene 44. Her eyes scanned the room, settling briefly on the mocking executives. Scene 45. I wanted to understand the culture beneath all these polished presentations. Scene 46. The room remained silent, tension building heavier with every passing second. Scene 47. She continued. What I've seen today confirms my deepest concerns. Scene 48. The CEO attempted to interrupt, but she raised her hand calmly. Scene 49. Respect is the foundation of leadership, something clearly missing here. Scene 50. The 5 executives lowered their heads, unable to meet her gaze. Scene 51. She turned toward the CEO, her expression firm yet composed. Scene 52. Your leadership has allowed arrogance to replace integrity in this company. Scene 53. The CEO stuttered, struggling to defend his authority and decisions. Scene 54. She placed a document in front of him, already signed and official. Scene 55. This board meeting concludes with an important executive decision today. Scene 56. Everyone leaned forward, anticipating something serious and irreversible happening. Scene 57. She spoke clearly. You are hereby removed from your position immediately. Scene 58. Gasps filled the room as reality struck harder than any joke before. Scene 59. The CEO's face turned pale, disbelief overwhelming his previous confidence entirely. Scene 60. Security quietly entered, standing by as silent witnesses to unfolding events. Scene 61. The 5 executives sat frozen, realizing consequences extended beyond embarrassment now. Scene 62. She addressed them next. Her tone firm yet surprisingly compassionate still. Scene 63. Mocking others reveals more about you than those you ridicule daily. Scene 64. They nodded slightly, shame replacing their earlier arrogance and careless laughter. Scene 65. This company will not tolerate disrespect, regardless of position or status. Scene 66. The atmosphere shifted entirely, filled now with reflection instead of ego. Scene 67. She stood up slowly, reclaiming the room with quiet, undeniable authority. Scene 68. True leadership begins with humility, something you must all learn. Scene 69. The CEO was escorted out, his downfall witnessed by everyone present. Scene 70. The remaining executives sat silently, absorbing the weight of the moment. Scene 71. She walked toward the door, pausing briefly before leaving the room. Scene 72. Tomorrow, we begin building a culture rooted in respect and accountability. Scene 73. Her words echoed long after she exited, leaving powerful silence behind. Scene 74. The 5 young men stared at each other, completely changed inside. Scene 75. One whispered, "We laughed at the person who owned everything." Scene 76. Another replied quietly, "And she taught us everything we lacked." Scene 77. The boardroom no longer felt like a place of power or ego. Scene 78. Instead, it became a space for reflection, growth, and humility. Scene 79. The cleaning cart remained near the door, symbolizing hidden strength overlooked. Scene 80. Employees outside sensed something major had shifted within leadership today. Scene 81. News spread quickly throughout the building, shocking everyone without exception. Scene 82. Some felt inspired, others embarrassed, but all understood the lesson. Scene 83. The company's future had changed dramatically, in a single unexpected moment. Scene 84. And it began with laughter that turned into unforgettable accountability. Scene 85. The woman returned later, not as cleaner, but as rightful leader. Scene 86. Her presence now commanded respect without needing titles or announcements. Scene 87. Employees greeted her differently, recognizing her strength and quiet observation. Scene 88. The 5 executives approached her, offering sincere apologies for their behavior. Scene 89. She listened calmly, accepting accountability but expecting meaningful change ahead. Scene 90. Actions will define your future here, not apologies alone, she said. Scene 91. They nodded, determined to rebuild trust and prove their growth. Scene 92. The company slowly transformed, guided by respect, empathy, and real leadership. Scene 93. And no one ever underestimated someone based on appearance again. Scene 94. Because they learned power often hides behind the most unexpected faces. Scene 95. And respect is earned by character, not position, wealth, or appearance.